All right, so here's how I would design this part. I launched Fusion and I went under Insert and then Canvas, and I inserted this as a canvas. That's as much as I've done on this so far. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to calibrate this. Let me click on the top face. So in the drawing, it says that this point and this point are 4.133 something apart. Good. I'm going to turn the origin on. I'm going to edit this canvas. This is so I don't have to continuously swap back and forth between the different things. And I think I'm going to put it over on the left instead of being on the right. All right, good stuff. That's that. So now we always do components. I don't know why we do components, but assemble new component. This looks like a bracket to me. And so I'm inside the bracket. Now, if I inserted the canvas inside the component, then it wouldn't be grayed out like this. But I have the actual part up on my other monitor where I can zoom in if I need to, because some of these dimensions are pretty small. Now, with that, we're going to make a sketch. Let's design a part. Okay. So we're going to use the slot tool a lot for this. I'm going to do a center to center slot. Okay, and from the dimensions, I'm going to 4.133 across, and the width of it is 0.709. Is not it. This is mentioned on the radius, so I'm not going to set that dimension. Aw, I hit escape one too many times. Shouldn't have done that. 4.133. That's what I get. Trying to make it to 2. This dimension here is a radius of 0.709. Okay, so that's the overall bracket. Let me grab this dimension from here to here. This dimension is supposed to be 4.133. There it is. Okay. Let's do the easy features first. So I got a circle. Okay. The dimension of that circle is 0.472. Okay. Good stuff. Oh, I'm going to turn these dimensions on and off. So that checkbox is over here. That'll help me be able to see. All right, back down in the slot tool, I'm going to create a center point arc slot. From here, I'm going to go to here to here. Okay, no dimensions on that whatsoever. Now I'm going to create another center point arc slot here, here. I'm going to come down some obscene distance. Fine. Great. And throw some dimensions in here. Okay. This one is 0.590. And you can't see that because I turned the dimensions off. This one is 2.36. No, that's the radius. 0.236. 0.236. Okay. Hit escape. Shouldn't have done that. 0.236. Enter. Great. Now I'm going to do some trimming. Okay. So I made this too long, and I did that intentionally. Trim, 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 and this line too. Trim. Repeat trim. You need to go away. You need to go away. You can go away, and you can go away. Awesome. So now we need the radius. from here to here from the drawing. That was 2.362. It wants me to do this like this. So instead of dimensioning this distance here, which is going to give me, I'm going to do click on this line. There we go. Now it looks like you're drawing 2.362. 2.362. Okay. Now the last thing down here that is blue are these lengths of these, because I can make this shorter or longer, and I can make this shorter or longer. So in the drawing, you've got a couple of things. You've got a couple of angle measurements. So to make those angle measurements, I can't just go from this line to this point. That's going to want to make a linear dimension. Instead, L for line, I come from this point to here, and click on that and make an X, make it a construction line. So this is D for dimension. Between these two lines, it says these two are 20. Before I change that though, I want to trim out this line as well. Okay. Now I can change that. 20. Perfect. Okay. Now the distance from another one of these lines, I'm going to hide my dimensions so this is clear. L for line from here to here. Make it construction geometry. And the dimension from here to here is 40 degrees. Okay. So that is almost your part. So we got two other things we need to do. We've got these chamfers here. I would not do these chamfers in the sketch. I would do the chamfers afterwards, not chamfers, fillets. I would do the chamfers afterwards in the 0.062, the solid modeling workspace. That is my opinion. But for this drawing, since it's what you asked for, we'll do it this way, and this dimension is 0.354. Great. So that is half of your part. I missed this circle over here, and these two should be equal. So click this, and go to equal constraint. Okay. You could go through and model the other half of this part if you wanted to. There is an easier way. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete this line here. I'm going to tell you how not to do it. Now, when I deleted this line, it got rid of some constraints. So let's fix that first. These 2 points need to be horizontal vertical from each other. Good, that was my constraint. The other way I could have done that would have been to just turn that line into a construction line, or a bunch of different ways I could do it. Now, it is tempting to, see if I can select these, what I wanted. So it is tempting to come up here and just mirror these across this line, but that is wrong. It's wrong because it's faced the wrong direction. So let me go back through and let me select all those again. So select all of them again. Make sure I select the parts I want. Okay, all of these lines, all of those lines, that, yep. So instead of, this doesn't have mirror symmetry, it has rotational symmetry. And to make rotational symmetry, do a circular pattern. I need a spot to do my circular pattern on. So cancel that. That S that brings up the shortcuts menu. I'm going to search for point. I'm going to put a point on this line here, but I'm going to drag it around until it finds the midpoint. That's that little triangle. Now, third time's the charm. Go through and select all of these. I don't want this. This. Oh, I don't. I said I don't want this. Right, so that's all of that geometry. Create circular pattern, and the center point is going to be this line I just created here. And that looks crazy, but if I move this down to 2, let's turn off my construction geometry. and turn off my dimensions, turn off my constraints. That looks like your part. Everything is constrained, it's bound to the ground plane. Yeah, that's it. It's finished.